praise the Lord God for, for when I say you want to be used by God, I thank the Lord God, for, talking to a few young ministers and how you encourage them to stay in the Word, encourage them to be themselves. I had to learn the hard way, but that's how my life's set up. That's one thing I want to tell you something. Sometimes your life is set up in a certain way that how God deals with you. And sometimes you want your life to be like other people's life, but that's not how your life's supposed to be. God deals with you personally. Everything is set up personally to affect you. Because the same thing that you may go through may not have the same effect on somebody else. So he sets your life up a certain way. Sometimes people may not want to talk to you. That's how he sets your life up. Sometimes people, you fall out in without friends. That's how you set your life up. But you got to learn to manage through those things that God showed you how to deal with your own life. And that's how God set my life up. That, sometimes, some things I wish somebody said to me, I'll turn around telling somebody else. But I wish I heard it. Yeah. But sometimes you have to go through for somebody else besides yourself. And so I thank the Lord God for the young ministers that I'm encouraging over time. I thank the Lord God for just the encouraging words that I have heard from the older ministers, just, listening on the side. Thank God, that I was able to, pull in, like I said, I wish that if anybody is a minister, one thing he wants to do, he wants to encourage the next generation. Because the simple reason is just like Paul encouraged Timothy. He said, I pulled myself, he put himself into Timothy to encourage him. And I thank God that God gave me the opportunity to do something like that. So even if you don't have to be a minister, you can just be just a light to somebody, to encourage. That's what the church is for. The church is there for you to show somebody a better way of showing how God has delivered you. That's why he raised mothers, brothers, sisters. We are a family. We learn from one another. That's why you're here. That's why you come to church. Church is not just coming exactly for the word. It's for all of us to come together, to show each other our faces and encourage one another, to show what you do, to give, to talk through the saints your gift, to help somebody. That's what we all come for. It's not just assuming just for the word. That's the main course, but there's other ingredients that's in church. So we all want to encourage each other that we come here, that we spend time to talk to one another, communicate with one another, share something that God has blessed you with. Always not be ashamed of what God brought you. So we're going to get into the word. We're going to get into the word, let Lord have his way. So we're going to turn here. We're going to start off here in the book of Job. The book of Job, the first chapter. Let's see where we're going to start. Beginning at the 6th verse. The book of Job 1 and 6. Beginning at the 6th verse, it says, Now there was a day when the sons of God came and presented himself before the Lord. And Satan came amongst them. And the Lord said unto Satan, Which comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared the Lord and eschewed evil. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Do Job fear God for naught? Hast not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he has in every side? Thou hast blessed the works of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land. Now, it start off with Satan's day. Satan has a day. Satan has a day. Satan has a day where he set up where he's about to wreak havoc. He has a day. He has a list. He has a list where he's going to go and who he's going to go to. So every day, Satan has his list. But for some reason, Job's name didn't fall on his list. ask him, where you going to and fro? See, he said, he's looking for where I can do my damage. I'm looking for, I can see where I can give somebody a bad thing. Yeah. This is my purpose as being the devil. I'm looking to upset somebody, to give them a bad thing and not think about them. That is my mission for them. Yeah. So when Satan Day starts, the first thing he's going to do, I'm going to mess somebody's life up. That's what I think. That's my accomplishment. That's my goal. I'm looking down my list who I'm going to attack. He has a to-do list. Let's think about it. Satan has a to-do list. We look at the devil so smallly sometimes. He's kind of, in certain ways, he has an organization. Then the scripture talking about the man, legion, that's an organization. He works in some kind of form. Satan does have some plans together. He set things up. He has a to-do list. So his main goal was to upset somebody to have a bad day. That was his goal. And God told him, he said, have you considered my servant Job? Because he said, I already did what I had to do, part of my day. I already had somebody told a lie. I already had somebody who come and kill somebody. I already had somebody come in adultery. I had somebody do something. I had somebody who denounced the Adam and Eve story and said, oh man, come here with me. I already did my thing. I did my thing. I saw Job, but I passed him because why? You had a hedge. Don't you know sometimes when the devil don't attack us, it's because God protected us. See, don't let it go to your head. You're the one. You're so strong. I am faithful. Oh, my faithfulness to the Lord. No, the only reason why you lasted so long because God kept the devil off you. That's right. That's the only reason why you had these years to brag about that I've been with the Lord all this time. Don't you know how many times Satan almost choked you out? You know how many times that you were close to almost coming to a backslide? But because you was protected by somebody. You was protected. That's why we should always give glory to God for saving us. Always. We should never stop giving God glory for that. Because if it was left to us, we couldn't save ourselves. We will manage to mess it up somehow. We always mess up something. Look, Adam had a perfect paradise and messed it up. We always mess something up. No matter what we get, we always have a problem in messing it up. But because it was God that kept us, it was God's love that kept us throughout the years, we would not be here without the help of the Lord. So stop bragging on yourself and give God glory. Give God glory, because that's what the praise is going to do. It has nothing to do with us. We have a little small thing in us saving ourselves. We have a little, like I said, choose you today. A little small pause. Save yourself from untoward generation. We have a little small, but let me tell you something. We may keep ourselves safe, but God is the saving thing that keeps us safe. God keeps saving us. God keeps delivering us from things that could have took us out. That's why we should never look at nobody's situation and look at why he's like that, why she's like that. Don't you know if God took the head off you, you would not be here? Yes. Don't you know you'll be just like them? And then you hear somebody, what's wrong with them? What's going on with it? Same thing here. That's the only reason why we're here, because God kept us. Yeah. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. The only reason why you're praying, because he put it on your mind. That's the only reason why you even pick up that book and start reading, because he put it on your mind. Because the devil can put something else on your mind, and we can follow it. The scripture said we're drawn away by our own lusts. He said, no man comes to the Father unless he draws. We have two drawing. God pulling us one way, the devil pulling us another way. It's up to us where we going to go. That's our small part. That's our small part of choice. The choice we make, that's our small part. But we got to get to the point now, just like the devil was saying, see what happened? He had a plan for Job to mess his day up. But in the end, Job won. In the end, Job won because Job turned around and gave the devil that bad day back. That's how we got to live. We got to start living that we give the devil a bad day back. That's how we're supposed to be, to give him a terrible time. We're supposed to be the one giving him a bad day, not the other way around. That's how we're supposed to live for God. But the scripture talks about how we have to present our body as a living sacrifice. That's where you get the victory at. It's who you give yourself to. That's where you get the victory from. Your victory comes from who you submit yourself to. That's where your victory comes from. Whoever you yield your members to. One scripture says, let not sin reign in your mortal body. When he said, let not, it said, who you yield your members to the service of y'all. That's who's using you. Whoever you give yourself to. I don't care if you're weak. I don't care if you feel like giving up. But whoever you give yourself to, service ye all.
Yes, yes.
He said, let not sin. Let not. Give not permission to the devil. When you say let, that means you're not giving the prerogative over to the devil. I'm not giving myself over to the devil. Then let him have his way. That's what let means. That's giving permission.
Yes.
It's just, come on, devil, just do what you got to do. That's giving permission. That is saying that you tolerate it. You tolerate it. I'm going to tolerate it. I'm going to let the devil taunt me. I'm going to let the devil taunt me and put these things in front of me. You got a shun appearance in you. When you see it coming your way, it's nothing wrong with running away. See, the problem is we put ourselves up too high on the pedestal. We make ourselves too strong. We make ourselves too undefeatable. The only undefeated heavyweight champion in the world is God. No one can take the crown from Jesus. But our crown can be taken. So we got to inherit the unperishable crown. And that's the crown that God given and wait for us. That the devil won't take from us as long as we with Jesus.
Yes, yes.
We have to stay with Jesus the only way to win.
Yes.
The only way to overcome it, you have to stay with the Lord.
Yes.
The only way you're going to win the battle, you got to stay with God. Yes. It's like whenever it's like, okay, it's another one, Lord. It's me and you. Let's go ahead, Lord. Let's go do this one now. That's the only way you're going to win it. You can't win it solo. You can't win it solo.
Amen.
See, the problem is sometimes we get so big with ourselves, we win so many battles, we think it's all about us. See, that's where we get the high mind and we start looking down on people. That's where the high mind comes from. Because now it's puffing us up. Oh, I overcame this. I did that. Now we start lifting ourselves up. And then we start looking down on folks. We start looking down on folks. That's why, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. We're not all that. We have too many issues to brag about. Ourselves. We're not all that. You got to look at, when they say, we caught this woman in adultery. We caught this woman in the act. We caught her. Jesus, we caught her. This is the time to show off Jesus. Do your thing. We doing the thing of Moses. But Jesus caught him off guard. And when he asked him that certain question, he went out and said, cast the first stone. See, this is what I respect about those people, even though they was wrong and they was just trying to get Jesus on the spot. He said, he went out and said, cast the first stone. They all walked away. They was honest. They know we have issues too. The only reason, listen, she was caught in there. It was in the open. But what things we do behind closed doors and nobody don't see? What do we cover up and conceal? And we come in like we all holy and everybody else. That everybody else does it. I'm telling you, we can look at the man drunk. We can look at the prostitute. We can see the thing. But what about the unseen sin that we have in our life? What is the unseen? You're going to brag about that, huh? You only brag about the good days. Oh, the devil get no victory. What about those days that you lost? Don't put that score on the board. Just put my victory. Hold up. Wait a minute. Put it all up there.
That's right.
Wins and losses. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Wins and losses. See, we don't got the right to brag. But the thing about it, we have to start living a life, we start letting the devil get upset about us. We have to start living a life like this. We have to come to the conclusion that we are following God, or God bless us to overcome these things. Give me the book of Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8, beginning at 35. He said, Romans 8:35. That's Romans chapter 8:35. The scripture reads, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, shall distress, or persecution of famine, nakedness, or perils, or soul? As is written, for thy sake, we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Listen, this is what I want you to understand. See, the world now going around and associate us too much with the strong man. Somebody say, oh, I'm a lion. I'm a lion. I'm a bull. And we won't always associate ourselves with the strong things. But the scripture calls us sheep. One of the weakest things. See, when you acknowledge yourself as sheep, that means you know you need a shepherd. See, when you understand that you have your weak days and your weak moments, that you need some guidance. But if you always associate with strength, you become your own savior. Every time you associate yourself as always being strong, that means you don't need help at all from God. He called us sheep. Everybody want to associate, especially the word is, I'm a lion. I'm a lion. Then when you turn around and say, oh, I'm a sheep. No, I'm never sheep. I'm a lion. See, we don't want to associate ourselves with the weak things. We always want to associate ourselves with the faster things, with the things that everybody talk about. It's like me and my wife relationship. I compare myself, she compared me to the turtle. Because I move slow. And she's the rabbit. It's always moving fast. Always. And so she's like, I'm the turtle. I mean, you the turtle. You always, because I think about, I ponder, I start thinking about decisions. I always react to my decisions. I think about it. You know, my wife just, oh, she's the rabbit. So you can see where sometimes we have conflict because we got two different natures. You know, either none is better than the other, but we have two different natures. But one day she's like, I'm the rabbit. I said, okay, she said, I'm like the lion and all that. That's okay. That's what you, yeah, I just go and attack. So I said, wait a minute. A lion only live what? I mean, 10, 8 years, something like that. But the oldest, one of the oldest creatures that lived the longest on earth is one of the weakest creatures. It's a turtle. So you ain't brag about your title. Say brag about your title. But I'm here for longevity. I ain't going nowhere. You're going to die out before me. I said, brag about it. They had a turtle for 100-something years. And the only reason it got killed because it was an accident. Somebody hit him and cut him and something was an accident. He was 100-something years old. Look it up. Then I started getting happy about the turtle. I'm a turtle. I brought a stuffed animal. Here you go, turtle. Here, I love you, turtle. I'm happy now. I love it. Yes, she got it. I even brought the slope, you know. I brought it out. They was in the house. It was like, big old candy. Kids said, let's eat that. I'm happy to be the slope. I'm happy associating myself with weakness. I'm happy. That's why he said, I'm killed all the day long, because I know if I suffer for God, I will bring him. If I go do for him because I act like a sheep, I will overcome it because I walk with him in his suffering. That's why I associate myself with weakness. And I'm proud of it. See, so you go ahead, and when you tell yourself you're strong, yeah, go ahead. I don't mind associating myself with weakness. Because I know I always need some help and some guidance from God. I'm always having a weak moment. I don't always have it together all the time. I don't always have the answers. I don't always have myself composed. I need the help from God all the time, every day. I cannot say I do it on my own. I need Jesus in my life. It's not just me. Don't look at me. Look at who's behind me. That's what I say. Who is doing the work? You can't see it because you just see me. But he's working in my life and has his hand in my life and doing something that I don't know what he's doing. But he has a plan better than I do. Hallelujah. Yes. The scripture said, as it is written, as the sheep, for thy sake. You hear that? For thy sake. Not for what I want. For thy sake, we are killed all the day long. Yes. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. It's my choice to go through. It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice to surrender myself to God. It's my choice. It's nobody else's choice but mine. So we surrender ourselves to God and we allow God to continue to lose his power in our life and keep instructing us and giving us his will, his instructions. So that's how we got to be. We got to be like the sheep. We got to be like the sheep. You got to realize that you need help.
That's right.
You need help. I don't care how big and strong and how much you feel secure in the bank. Don't you know in the year 1929, all the rich people could not get to their money. They couldn't get to their money. And don't you know some of those people killed themselves? It was suicide because that's all they knew. All they relied was on their riches. That's the thing that sustained them. Don't put everything in your life should be built upon God.
That's right. Amen.
Not your bank account.
Amen.
Not the car, not the house, not even your family. God's supposed to be your strong foundation. When everything else falls apart, you know where to stand when it don't break or fall through. You know you have a strong foundation. Because you know everything else may be forsaken. Everything else may be leaving. But I know he's right here with me. I'm able to stand for it and go through what I have to go through. You can't beg on everything. You put our trust in this. You know, we'll trust our boss before we trust God.
Yes.
But I'm going to give you a raise. Oh, I believe you. I believe you. I trust you. Oh, Lord, I'm going to get a raise. I'm going to get a raise. But when you talk about the Lord say, I should pull out my spirit of my own flesh. I don't believe that too much. I'm having a problem with that. But you can believe a carnal person. You can believe him. You can believe, I'll pay you next week. Until you lie, then you don't believe him. You believe him that I'm waiting on I got a check coming next week. You believe him. We got to stop having faith on earth and start having faith in heaven. We got to stop. Set your affection on above. Stop believing down here all the time. Start looking up. Start looking up. Stop believing this down here. Start looking to God. Stop believing these things. We have to trust God. He said, that's when you understand your help comes from God, when you realize you're the sheep. Give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 11. Make sure you hold first Romans chapter 30, 35, 36 verse. So we're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 11, beginning at verse 18. And the Lord has given knowledge of it. And I know it. Then showest me their doings. But I was like a lamb or an ox that was brought to slaughter. And I knew that they had devised a device against me. saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof. Let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. Listen, when you sacrifice yourself for God, you got to realize the devil does not want your fruits. He's aiming for the tree. He's not looking at what you and God had in the past. He's not looking at what God is doing right now. The devil has a plot against you for the future. Not only you, but whoever's connected to you. You don't have to have children. Whoever connected to you. If I can kill the tree, I can kill the fruit. You should say we know about the fruits we bear. We focus too much on the fruit and not what's inwardly. We focus too much on what we're producing, but not taking care of the tree. What the devil does, I looked, it was a plot. He said, God showed me it was a plot. The scripture even said, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. It was a plot. If I can kill the tree, I can kill them from producing. Your main thing in God should be about growing in God. Yes. That should be your main focus. Am I still growing? Am I still producing fruit? It's not holding on your past. It's not holding on what you did with God back then. It's about keep producing. Yes. It's about producing. Don't you understand when you produce yourself? The apple just don't like the apple tree for itself. The apple tree, just whatever you pull the apple off, it's going to produce another one. You put another apple, it's producing fruit so it can feed the people around us. The fruits that we have within us is to feed our loved ones, the people around us, the people who we come in contact with. That's what they're doing in eating off our tree. But if you cut the tree down, not the fruit to you, let me protect the apple and not worry about the tree. The plot is to stop you from producing. That's the plot from regenerating, keep starting over. The renewed mind. Stop from having a renewed mind. Stop. He wants you to get stuck. See, with God, you will always have a renewed mind. Same situation, you're going to think different the next day. He's going to constantly keep renewing your mind over and over again. But every time the devil thinks he got you, he slip out another way because your mind's been renewed. You're not thinking that same way. The devil thinks you're going that way just like he thought about Job. But he was wrong. He was wrong. And God can give us a renewed mind over and over and over again. But the devil can't even figure out what we're going to do next. That's right. He can't figure out nothing what we're going to do next. It's a plot against you from flourishing in the Lord. It's a plot against you from flourishing in the Lord. It's a plot against you. He's not taking the fruit. Let him take the fruit. But if you cut the tree down, there's nothing else. If he takes your joy, if he takes your praise, if he takes your obedience, there's nothing else. Don't hang on your fruit that you produced last year. Even today, keep growing. Amen. Keep producing. Yes. Keep flourishing in the Lord. That's the important thing. He's not worried about what he's doing. See, he's thinking about your future. You think about, oh, he's giving me a bad day today. No, I'm connecting days. I'm connecting days. I'm not connecting one day. So we take it small with the devil. Oh, it's just this one day. No. This day is preparing you for 5 years to come. I'm setting you up for 5 years. Something coming, I got 5 years set up. But if it affects you today, then sooner or later, that fruit will remain barren, unburied. No more fruits. I can get you from, if I can stop you from reducing, if I can stop you from reducing, if I can stop you, if I can stop you, if I can stop that when you're praising God, even though it's a bad day and things are not right, if I can stop that hope when you're worshiping God in your worship moment, if I can stop all that, if I can stop you from trusting Him, I can stop you from producing fruit. fruit. He said, the devil knocked all the fruits off our tree. And you know what? We cried over the fruits that we lost. Oh, he got the apple from the top of the tree. You're not even worried about the tree. You're not worried about the tree. We're worried about what we lost. And not understanding that we can still produce. We still can keep growing. But we still looking at what we lost, the fruits of God. I have no fruit, don't give me the time in the season. You may lose fruit now. Long as you walk with God like the tree that's planted by the river, you shall flourish. You shall continue to keep going. If you continue to plant yourself in God, you can still continue to produce fruits. If you stay with Him, don't worry about the loss. Keep growing. Keep growing. Amen. Keep growing. Let me, Lord, let me continue to produce fruits. Let me continue to produce fruit. You know, some people, it's like a plum. The plum come off. Okay, it's like an orange come on the tree. Like, oh, wow. And we run around with that one herb. Look what happened to me, the Lord. I got one herb. I'm happy, Lord. And the devil attacked me on the tree. I got one herb. Then he comes back to the tree and snatch it out. Oh, you got that one fruit. That one fruit. So you can hold on to that one fruit. No, you can take that fruit. You can hold on to the tree. I want the tree to continue to produce in God. You have to stay in God. That's how the only way you go. Let's turn back to Romans chapter 8. I think this is where we're going to end up with. Romans chapter 8. Back at 36, he said, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. This is what it says. And nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loves us. See, we want to move to that point in God. We want to become conquerors. Conquerors over the things that the devil keeps throwing in our life. You see, first stage, you survive. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being a survivor. But if you keep being in survival mode, you may fall into victim mode. And when you fall into victim mode, you don't want to overcome nothing. You want to stay right there. You got to want to keep growing from just being a survivor to overcome. Now you can say when it comes, I overcame this. Yes. I overcame that. Yes. I was able to be delivered from this. I was able to, you can look past that. As be something in your past because you have overcame it. You became a conqueror. I conquered these things. Yes. I not only knocked it out, I killed it. Yes. I don't just want to knock out because he may come back. I want to kill it. See, I'm not happy with him. I knocked him out. I got him. But I'm from the street. We don't do that. He said, I don't know. He's going to come back and kill me. He's going to come back and kill me. That's why they do that. But you just don't want to knock the devil out. You want to kill it. Yeah. We want to be conquerors in this. Yeah. We want to conquer our life. Conquer our addictions. Conquer all the things that the devil have connected to us. We want to conquer, break all those chains. Don't let the devil put in your head like you're still connected to him. If he brings the bill and he says, you owe me, the devil says you owe me. You just do like this. Come here, Jesus. He paid the price. Send it to Jesus. Yes. Send the bill to Jesus. Devil, I owe you. Well, Jesus got my back. He paid for it. Let the devil come keep bringing these things to you. Give it to Jesus. Yes. Say, Jesus, pay the bill. Pay the bill. We want to continue to grow in God. We want to continue to upset the devil. We're going to continue. We don't want him to stop us from praising God. When we come into this house of God, it should be noise. The scripture said make a joyful noise. It should be noise in here. It should be noise. I know it's going to be quiet sometimes, but it should be noise. On the day of Pentecost, they heard something. It wasn't just the ones that got touched by God. It was the outsider heard something. The scripture said the noise went abroad. It heard something from the church. We just don't come here and be silent all the time. We have to make some noise for God. That's right. We have to make some noise. And the devil will look at that and he'll see he don't have victory. We got to come in and give God praise and glory and to show that you don't control me anymore. I give my life over to God. Yes. You're a part of my past. And now that I'm living with God, as long as you keep living with God, you're going to keep giving the devil bad days. You're going to keep disappointing him. The scripture says, give no place. As long as you don't have no occupation, have a space for him, he going to get mad. That's right. Devil like, hey, you invite me to I don't got no room, devil. You used to throw a little room in the back. Now you got no room, devil. Why? What happened? Jesus lives back there now. Jesus got his stuff everywhere. I got no room for you in my life. So you got to keep moving on to the next house, not this one. Yes, yes. I'm too full with Jesus. Yes. Hallelujah. I'm too full with Jesus. All I do is think about Jesus. Every time I'm looking around, my mind falls on Jesus. This is how you get victory. Keeping your mind stayed on him. You got to constantly think about God. Even when you don't want to. I'm telling you, even when you don't want to, flesh, well, you already prayed. Pray again if you have to. Pray against your own flesh. Read your Bible against your own desire. Seek the Lord. And let me tell you, even though you're weak at that moment, that's going to give you strength. You're going to build up strength that you didn't know. And automatically, you're just going to be doing it automatically. When the devil says, don't read, you just read. You be like, yeah, I can say something, devil. I'm busy reading. I hear you. You're going to get stronger in God. You're going to get stronger in God. I'm a living witness. Fool yourself with God. Occupy yourself with God. Let God fool yourself. Even if you fall, go back to him. Yes. Go back to him. Yes. Keep going back to him. Yes. Keep going back to him. Before long, look, like I remember this man in his book. He said, I'd rather be, wait, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sit his head. Right? Say this head. 6 steps. He said, I'd rather be, say this hell. I'd rather be 6 steps from heaven than 2 steps to hell. See, he said, I'd rather be 6 steps from making it to heaven than having 2 steps on my way there. I may have a longer journey, but I'm headed in the right direction instead of all my way fast food hurry into heaven. I'd rather be fall back behind everybody who started before me. But long as I'm still in the race running, I'm fine all right. You may have passed me, but I'm still running. But long as I keep walking towards him, I will make it in. I may not come on your time, but I'm going to make it on time. I may not come as fast as you, but I'm going to make it in. And you're going to look at me, and you're going to wonder. And just like the song say, how did I get over? Yes. Y'all go wonder about some. You know they're going to have some people in heaven you thought wasn't going to make it in? They're going to have people that we already sent to hell. And years come along, you walk in heaven and say, whoa, he's here. She's here. No, you Lord. Jesus, you lying. You lying, Jesus. I know them. I grew up with them. Jesus. And you better be careful who you send to hell. Yes. Even Jesus said, they may beat you in the kingdom. Yeah. The one you see, oh, they doing this, they doing that. And next minute, they sitting down looking at you in heaven, and you are going to hell. Oh my God, this is embarrassing, huh? The people we put in hell, we in the fire, we go, oh my God, they made it. That can't be real, God, no. I'm not supposed to be burning down here with me. That's embarrassing. You want to see a heartbreak? That's a heartbreak. That's a heartbreak. You're going to be like the man. Oh, I kept the commandments since my youth. I did all these things, Jesus. This is one thing that you lack. Scripture said the man went away sorrowful. He said, "Say, what you have? Give to the poor." He went away sorrowful because the man had so many riches. He couldn't give up something for God. But he kept all the commandments, though. I kept all the commandments since my youth. Listen, obedience better than what you actually really gave up? Are you still listening to his voice? Are you still listening to where he's trying to take you? Obedience means sacrifice. And you got all these people. That's why you better be careful. I warned you. Be careful who you put down. Because they may be the one that say with a sense that judge the world. And then he's looking at you. You know, they're gonna have the right spirit. But if they could get out of line and they out there judging, you walk through, oh, number 53, I see you. Remember you saw I don't make it. Oh, come on, these hell he go. Take them out right now. It's like I smoke them right now. Yes. That'd be a heartbreaker. So be careful when you put your mouth on who's going to hell. It's about working on yourself. Work on your tree. Yes. Work on your tree. Yes. So people can know you by your fruit. Yes. That's what you should be working on. And the person that you seem like about to go to hell, give them your fruit to feed them, to help them be saved. Work on your tree. So this is what we're going to start working on. We're going to start working on serving God and give the devil his bad things. So y'all pray my strength. We thank the Lord God. We ask the Lord to continue to bless everyone that's here. The Lord help everyone, encourage everyone, that God continue to allow them to grow in God. Continue to pray for us, pray for my family. Pray that God continue that I want to be obedient to listen to his voice, that he continue to use me as an instrument. Whatever you yield your members to serves you all. He wants to be an instrument of righteousness. You want to be used by God. That's the most thing. If you die, let me make sure that I can say I've been used by God. And we want God to use you to the fullest. Not to where we hold back, Lord, you can't press this button. You can't do this. You can't put this on me. You want God to use you to the fullest. So you continue to pray for me. We're going to go into prayer. Do we have an intermission or do we go straight into prayer? Great. No?
They can take 5 minutes and come on in. Some will be in prayer. We'll come on in quietly and let's give God some praise.
All right. Yeah, we're going to give a 5-minute intermission, and then we're going to go into prayer. Okay, we're going to give a 5-minute intermission, go into prayer. And those that come in here, I want y'all to come in here and make a joyful noise. Amen. Make a noise that rock hell, that the devil will free you. Amen. Don't you know that when you walk with Jesus, the devil will be afraid of you? Don't you know? That's the kind of life I want to live. The devil will free you. When the devil, the man that had legions, saw Jesus, he said, what am I going to do with you, Jesus? I don't want to live the life when I walk in front of the devil. He started praying to Jesus. Yeah. He started, what am I going to do with you walking with Jesus? I want to be the one that said, Paul I know,